Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson on this Monday. An update on our cold weather. The next couple of mornings should be mosquito and fly free as we head into the midweeks. But we got some more changes this weekend that could include some flakes of snow for some. I'll have all those details coming up on Hutch's Weather.
Now, a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, the headline story of the day is that the National Weather Service this morning has released breaking news that the tornado that went through Enderlin has been upgraded to an EF5 with winds over or greater than 210 miles per hour. I'll have much more on that on a special video you'll see right here on Hutch's Weather Only. Bring your questions. Let me know your thoughts. We do have a couple of sprinkles showing up on the radar up to the north as we head into the evening hours. Not all of this is reaching the ground, but if you happen to be in Belcourt towards Bottineau, a few sprinkles showing up on the old radar screen there. Now, when we take a look at our temperatures right now across the region, what we're going to notice is it's been a cool day out there, but delightful weather. Fairly light winds, a little bit of a breeze out there. Mary, thanks for joining from Argyle. Love the cool temperatures, she says. And look at this, 57 up there in northwestern portions of Polk County and Grand Forks, 61 in Fargo-Moorhead, 57 in Jamestown. Look out to the west, Bismarck 59, 59 out towards that Watford City area and Sydney at 63. To the east, how about War Road at 50 degrees, and it's 55 degrees in Waskish on the eastern edges of the big lake out there. So now let's take a look at what's going on with our forecast, and we're going to start with the look at the 7-day planner to get you the numbers you need for the night. And then if you want to stick around, we'll go over the details of what could be some unsettled weekend weather. Now, the next 2 mornings here in Fargo have chances at seeing temperatures in the 30s. I've saw some folks saying it's not going to be that cold. There is going to be a chance of it. Here's why. There's a couple of reasons why. High pressure moving right over usually brings the coolest weather that slides off to the east of us. But, and it's a really big but, and thank you, Deborah, for sharing stars and sending stars to Hutch. I really appreciate that. Hey, Simon, good to have you on board as well. Now, the big but in this picture is the fact that we got zilch for rain in Fargo and much of southeast North Dakota. That means we're dry. And that plays a big role in the variability of temperatures in any location. So I'm sticking with the 30-degree mark here as we head into the next 24 to 36 hours for Fargo in the morning. Both mornings mean a chance for you to really see some mighty cold and frosty conditions across the valley. Cover the tomatoes. You may even want to disconnect those garden hoses out there. Be prepared for a freeze. Some areas will get in the 20s, and this morning there were some teens out there as well. More on that in a second. Check it out. A spotty sprinkle or rumble of thunder as we warm it up to 67. That's well above average. So we're going to swing back up onto the warm side of things, but not as hot as we've been. Now, Saturday and into Sunday, I've got that highlighted because that looks to be our next weather-making system working its way through. 75 with south winds on your Saturday, and then a chance for late thunder here in the valley. And then as we go into Sunday, a couple of models are showing there'll be a chance for western North Dakota. Do you hear me, Sidney, Montana? Do you hear me, Williston? Do you hear me out there in Billings and Golden Valley counties out there? Yes, Webo, you could see some flakes flying. Deb, good to have you on there. Kamala, thank you for joining from Hillsboro, North Dakota. Happy we're finally getting cooler indeed. Thank you so much, Deborah. Appreciate you watching. So we warm up, we'll cool down a little bit, but what's going on with this long-range forecast? Number one, let's start with this morning's low temperatures, and I want to show you how low you can go when you factor in the fact that we have a cold air mass over teens in northeast Montana, northwest North Dakota, just west of Crosby. 18 degrees. That's cold enough to really put some frosticles on the end of your toes out there, so cover them up. Now, we do have some 20s out there in the central part of the Dakotas. Look at Steele, that's Kidder County, 20s there as well. Now, in our neck of the woods, the eastern third of North Dakota, we had lows of 38 in Fargo and 33 just north of Dodge. Now, what does that mean? We have dry ground here because we didn't get rain. So the dry ground, well, it's going to allow temperatures to drop off a little bit cooler in the overnight hours, and I'm still a thinking we're going to be kissing the 30-degree mark right here in Fargo, in Moorhead, southeast North Dakota, parts of Lakes Country. Do you see that 33 there? You betcha. You could see more of those on the Otter Tail County border there as you look into Traverse and Wilkin counties as well. And we'll see some cool temperatures in northeast parts of North Dakota and northwest Minnesota as well, thanks to the fact that we definitely did and will be seeing this cold high pressure system move overhead. Now, what is this talk about all the nonsense going on with this snow? Let me show you. I'm going to show you the European model first. And this one I like because it doesn't show snow here, nor there, nor anywhere. But it's something to keep in mind that we'll be tugging down some cool air. And with temperatures in the 20s, mind you, and teens this morning, well, we're getting there. Look at this. High pressure ruling the roost. That's what's going to bring us that cold core of air as we go into your Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. But by Wednesday afternoon, the south winds really take hold here in the midday hour in the valley. And that's going to rump up your temperatures right up into the warm area. Then again, now as we go through, notice low pressure developing right in this area. Another cool high pressure system moves through to end the work week. But here you go. Cold high, low pressure system, south winds warming things up, a shot of some showers as we go through your Saturday night. Notice that this European model showing all the snow chances way out to the west. But look where this low dives out of Montana and down into the Dakotas. So the European model says not really a great chance of snow here in the valley. I tend to concur, but let me show you the American model with regards to this particular system. And this is where things get more interestinger. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, let me go back to the model run that's going to show us the distance out. Now, here we go. Okay, high pressure, cool weather, south winds, warms things up in the middle to latter half of the week. We'll see a shot at some rain chances as we go into that Friday to Saturday time frame right here, moving through. Look at this, more widespread snow in the prairies of Alberta and moving into Saskatchewan as well. Here comes your low pressure system really developing in the lee or the east side, the downwind side of the Rocky Mountains out there. And here we go. Wet rain making its way through on our Sunday. But look what happens here. Whoop! North winds. And what is that? If you're in Brandon, if you're in Estevan, this looks like a downright windy type of a system as well. So the valley, no problems here. But there will be a chance for some western Dakota, eastern Montana snow as we go into the middle of the month. Volatile weather around here indeed. That's a look at your forecast. Let's go over the details and what you need to know with regards to your morning for your Tuesday. Untoasty, 34 for Fargo, 35 for Grand Forks. I wouldn't be surprised to see a hitch in the giddy up. A few of you getting down into the upper 20s and low 30s, not out of the question. Ethan, good to see you around as well. Wind will be switching direction as we go through the morning hours. The best chance at the real cold stuff, Rock Lake. Hey, how about up there in Walhalla and Cavalier and also out towards Langdon and also in and around the Beltrami County area up towards Lake of the Woods and Roseau County, a better chance at seeing some of the chilly McChillerson weather. Now, we'll have temperatures in the 50s and 60s as we go through the afternoon out there. The wind will be northerly, keeping things a little cooler out here in northern Minnesota. Low 50s, even some mid and upper 40s up there near Lake of the Woods. What about tropical? Well, I got to tell you what, we won't have any tropical weather around here late in the near future. North wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour as we go through. Only mid 50s for Grand Forks and for Fargo as we go through your Tuesday. One last look at that 7-day before we address anything tropical. And we'll take a look at this. Again, cold mornings, moderating temperatures through midweek and late. Weekend unsettled. There's a question mark behind the snow because I'm not sold on it yet. But Hutch promises to keep you ahead of the loop with regards to that. Now, let's get back to answer a question about any tropical weather. What are we seeing there? Well, let's see what we got. As we take a look at the national picture here, what you're going to notice is we got some big-time hot weather in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, 70s. And we have actually some pretty cool and comfortable conditions along most of the Atlantic coast out there. Now, when I switch over to my tropical view, let's take a look at what it looks like out there. If you're talking about tropical type of weather, let's let's take a look at the tropical tracker. So here we go. If there's any tropical storms out here, we should see. And look at this. The old Pacific Ocean has a couple of hurricanes out there. This one making its way up towards the Baja Peninsula out there, not far from La Paz. This is Priscilla. And it's an active system with 87 mile per hour maximum speeds out there, moving north at 7 miles per hour. Meanwhile, we have a tropical storm spinning its wheels out here a little bit farther and deeper out into the Pacific. Octave. All right, that looks like a 7 mile per hour mover out there, moving easterly at this particular time. What about the forecast, you say? Well, here's what the spaghetti models show. What's spaghetti? Watch what happens when I turn it on. Okay. These lines represent where different computer models expect this system to go, the tropical system, mainly straight east where this one is. These lines, spaghetti lines coming out here, show where the models expect this hurricane to go. So we're talking Baja and then moving down all the way up here later on in the forecast period towards parts of southern Arizona. Some definite chances for some heavy rain in the desert southwest as that system works its way through. Meanwhile, we got this puppy out here barking its dogs out in the Atlantic, rolling off the coast of Africa, right along the ITCZ, the Intertropical Convergence Zone. That's giving it some spin. And this, is the model says, is supposed to veer as it works its way toward the west, up and into the central Atlantic. Snow? No way, says Vicky. Thanks, says Diane. I hope you all are enjoying. What day, says Christina? Well, let's go to that now. I'm glad that you asked, and that's what I'm here for. Thanks, Deb, for sharing stars with me. I do appreciate it. So when we're taking a look at this, let's see if I can put up the old cone forecast here. And this is a look at the forecast for this particular system as we go through the next several days. So as we go through, let me see if I can turn on the days on this one here. Okay, so there's the cone. Official forecast. Here we go. So we're looking at different time frames here. It's expected to weaken to tropical storm by the time we get to the, well, let's see, Monday, 10/6 at 1 p.m. Let's see, that's the time of the forecast that was made, not that it's supposed to be here by 1 p.m. On our time. So this one, as we go through the next few days, will increase in strength to a Category 2, according to the latest from the National Hurricane Center, and then weaken as it moves a little farther north. This is not uncommon because along the west coast of the United States, we have a northerly flow of cold ocean water. That cool ocean water takes energy away from a lot of these storms. I just love the stars too, Deborah. Thank you. Teresa, good evening from Crookston. Good to see you on board as well. I will show you one forecast model here that goes out a little bit farther, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to use the European model with regards to this, but we're going to look at the whole United States. Now, I'm going to shift this around a little bit so we can focus on what happens down here near the Baja later in the period. But let's just go ahead and get started and get out into the time frame, and we should see it start making its way up. Do you see that right there, right over the Baja? That is a look at the hurricane that should weaken to a tropical storm once it encounters those cool north flow waters of the Pacific Ocean along the west coast of the United States. But it does bring significant rainfall chances to the Great Basin, to parts of Arizona, the northern mountains of Arizona, into parts of Colorado and Utah as well. So some much needed moisture for those particular areas. What was the date on that? Let me see if I can get that for you. Once again, we're looking at a time frame that it makes its way up to the Baja. It says here as we go into a Friday night and Saturday. So you're looking at Friday very early in the morning. And then as we head toward the afternoon, now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's making landfall out there on the Baja Peninsula, bringing rain to southern Cal and the southwest United States. That is a look at your weather. Again, if you missed the top of the line forecast information here, the lead information today is the Enderlin tornado of June 17th of this year. Hutch was covering that from Minneapolis for over 5 hours of duration. Those storms, well, they made their way through. I will have an update on this, but it has been upgraded, the Enderlin tornado, to an EF5, the first in the nation since the Moore tornado in Oklahoma, and the first EF5 in North Dakota since the F5 in Fargo back in the 50s. So pretty unprecedented for a lawful long time not only locally, but nationally as well. I'll have a Discover video coming out on that sometime shortly. But for now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hey, remember, you can get the latest weather information on hutchesweather.com. We'll take you over there real quickly because I've gotten a lot of photos from you folks about those fall colors. You can still check out the latest fall color report here. And you know what? We were talking big time snow this weekend in Montana. If your travels are taking you where there may be snow, well, OK Tire sponsoring the road condition report right here on Hutch's Weather. All right, thanks so much for watching. And again, look for more details on the Enderlin tornado from myself here shortly on Hutch's Weather.
This has been a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Hutch's Weather.